Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Sunday, August 15th, at 3:26 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 554 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. 2 dead in shooting at Southwest Houston Rehab Center, HPD says. 3 dead and 2 wounded following San Antonio bar shooting. Biden followed through on his promise to swiftly end America's longest war, and may be held responsible for the tragedy unfolding. Texas Capitol building floods during storm. It's all hands on deck, Governor Abbott says. Name calling, canceled meetings, pleas from students, a week of school mask mandate chaos. Afghan president was isolated before slipping into exile. Prince Andrew scandal prompts royal family to consider review of military titles. Dominic Raab accused of being missing in action as he was on holiday when Kabul fell to Taliban. Fully vaccinated Southwest flight attendant dies from COVID-19. Texas party boat with 53 passengers capsizes, leaving 1 dead. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Biden administration approves largest increase to food assistance benefits in SNAP program history, The Washington Post. Colts vs. Panthers preseason score, takeaways, Sam Ehlinger leads Indy's comeback win in first NFL action, CBSSports.com. Kevin Kistner wins record-tying 6-man playoff at Wyndham Championship, ESPN. Jacko announced for Guilty Gear Strive, release date revealed, Event Hubs. CDC, all mass counties at high or substantial risk of COVID-19 transmission, WCVB Boston. Trudeau calls for snap election in hopes of winning back voters, The Guardian. 4 standouts on offense from Chiefs preseason win over 49ers, Chiefs Wire. Afghanistan conflict, as Kabul falls, Biden backlash grows, BBC News. U.S. completes evacuation from American embassy in Kabul, Axios. Gurman, Apple planning multiple events for the fall, M1X MacBook Pros to be available by November, Mac rumors. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Secretary Blinken defends Afghanistan troop withdrawal amid criticism. Afghan president was politically isolated before slipping into exile. Jason Momoa and Emilia Clarke reunite to see if he can still bench Presa Khaleesi. Afghans fear a return to brutal rule despite Taliban vows. Free Guy gives box office a lift, opening with $28.40 M. Shang-Chi star Simu Liu fires back at Disney CEO for calling film an experiment. Thousands of fake vaccine cards seized on way to New Orleans from China, feds. Bill seeks to end North Carolina as child bride destination. Native American voting rights are under attack in Republican-run states. Man stabbed, 2 reporters attacked as violence erupts at Los Angeles anti-vaccine rally. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Crews try to conserve bees at a West Omaha home. Bus drivers quit jobs in first week of school. Woman startup crafting business thrives. Man desperate to locate stolen motorcycle. University rethinks sexual assault services. Vintage race car with long family history stolen. First locally trained Zen Buddhist priest ordained. Tugfest event ties Illinois and Iowa together. Bus crashes injuring 57 people. FWC offers reward to find person shooting deer. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. Behold Barack Antoinette. Tap dancing with Trump, Lindsey Graham's quest for relevance. Michael J. Fox reviews a thoughtful memoir on the challenges of living with disability. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Harvard professor says flag-waving Kristi Noem unserious. Kabul crisis is what happens when U.S. not serious. World leaders blame Biden, express disappointment with Afghanistan. Man's illegal Dairy Queen helicopter stop earns him a charge from Canadian police. Senator Blackburn argues situation in Afghanistan could have been avoided. Daily Beast reporter calls Israeli soldiers genocidal in jeopardy host hit piece. Fox News Sunday on August 15, 2021. Army veteran to represent Team USA in Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games, it is an honor and a privilege. Death toll from Haiti quake hits 724 as tropical storm looms. Cuomo's successor Kathy Hochul vows to fully cooperate with COVID nursing home probe. Minnesota principals sign decentering whiteness pledge, suggest unions, PTAs help white supremacy. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Sunday, August 15th. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Pictured, policeman and his son, 3, who sparked the double-death riddle. Shocked mother, 33, tells how ISIL gunman shot himself dead in front of her house as police arrived. Chaos at Kabul airport as dozens clamor for space on military planes. Beauty salon owner whitewashes female model as Taliban storm Kabul threatening a return of regime. Cue the Battle of the Exes, UK snooker star Mark Allen and his ex-partner Rhiannon Evans to compete. Moment Sky News reporter watches as Taliban fighters roll into Kabul as he broadcasts live on air. What did they all die for? After 20 years, Afghanistan is abandoned. Every gun license will be reviewed. 560,000 firearms owners facing new checks in wake of Plymouth. 5 weeks ago Biden said there's no way Americans will evacuate it from Kabul embassy by helicopter. Major General Charlie Herbert, retreat from Afghanistan is shameful betrayal of Britain's bravest. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Afghanistan's collapse leaves allies questioning U.S. resolve on other fronts. Japanese taxpayers were shut out from Olympic venues, now they can view the staggering bill. Afghanistan's military collapse, illicit deals and mass desertions. Ivory Coast reports first Ebola case in 25 years. Iceland has been a vaccination success. Why is it seeing a coronavirus surge? Rescuers racing in Haiti as storm threatens to follow quake. Algeria detains 36 in mob killing of man amid wildfires. Key people, groups and places in the Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan. Canada's Trudeau calls snap election in bid to regain parliamentary majority. Afghan government collapses as Taliban sweeps in, U.S. sends more troops to aid chaotic withdrawal. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Taliban claim they will soon declare Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan after President Ghani flees, live. The fall of Kabul, a 20-year mission collapses in a single day. U.S. could see 200,000 COVID cases a day again, unvaccinated are sitting ducks. Roger Federer says surgery will give him glimmer of hope of return to tour. Tottenham's Son Heung-min strikes to stun wasteful Manchester City. 9 Perfect Strangers review, Nicole Kidman leads a tantalizing trip into wellness. Jane the Virgin, never has a TV show been so wonderfully bonkers and yet so genuinely moving. Forgetful, confused and a bit cranky? Here are some scientifically proven ways to lift your lockdown mood. Florida issues tropical storm warning for Panhandle region as Fred approaches. Jasper Phillips and Edge's bunch sprint to take stage 2 of Vuelta a España. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Fred aims for Florida Panhandle, tropical storm Grace targets Puerto Rico and Haiti. Astros reach settlement after toddler hit by foul ball, attorney says. Watch, 11-year-old boy walks across England to save Earth. Watch, shark swims close to shore in Spain. Watch, huge clouds of smoke rise from Utah wildfire. Afghanistan updates, another 1K U.S. troops heading to Kabul, bringing total to 6,000. Gerd Müller, the best striker in history, dies at 75. Husband of woman killed in Texas Walmart mass shooting dies. Trudeau triggers Canadian election, voting day September 20th. Haiti earthquake latest, at least 724 people dead, more than 2,800 injured. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Afghanistan conflict, Taliban push into Kabul as president flees. Roger Federer will be out for many months as he prepares for further knee surgery. Will Taliban take country back to past, asks John Simpson. Afghanistan, people flee Kabul as Taliban overrun cities. Canada election, Trudeau calls snap summer campaign. Haiti earthquake, rescuers search for survivors as death toll climbs to 700. Isami, Little Amalva walking refugee puppet and Perseid meteor shower. Germany football legend Müller dies age 75. Taliban spokesman tells BBC they are awaiting a peaceful transfer of power. Japan rain, nearly 2 million residents told to seek shelter. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Life-threatening Fred, again a tropical storm, looms over Florida ahead of tropical depression Grace. AP top stories August 15th p. The day in pictures. Gunmaker Remington offers $33 settlement to Sandy Hook families, a latest step in years-long legal battle. 57 people hospitalized after tour bus bound for Niagara Falls crashes on New York Thruway. Biden's America is back maybe in question as Taliban move swiftly across Afghanistan. Losses will be high, magnitude 7.2 earthquake hits Haiti, more than 300 dead. Losses will be high as death toll is rising in Haiti after 7.2 magnitude earthquake. Florida could face 2 storm landfalls within days. Fred may strengthen again as tropical storm Grace forms. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Actor arrested in Burbank on suspicion of role in U.S. Capitol riot. Man stabbed at anti-vaccination rally in front of City Hall is released from hospital. California recall campaign hits high gear as Newsom tries to rally Democratic base. Here we go again, doctors dread a 4th wave of COVID at Torrance Hospital. We're here to stay, despite isolation and racism, Black Americans feel at home in California's desert. LA County reports more than 4,200 new coronavirus cases as Delta variant continues to spread. One person stabbed as COVID anti-vaxxers and counter-demonstrators clash in front of LA City Hall. Dixie Fire forces new evacuations and strains resources as it burns for more than a month. Free Comic Book Day is back after COVID-19 delays, why it matters. Column, here's what I got wrong about the Newsom recall circus. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Sunday, August 15th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. 1,000 more Fort Bragg troops headed straight to Afghanistan, troop total near 6,000. China and Russia prepare to accept Taliban rule of Afghanistan. Taliban vows safety to all foreigners, diplomatic missions in Kabul. NASA stands by its astronaut after incendiary Russian claims. Canada suspends operations at embassy in Kabul as Taliban breach Afghan capital. Scotland could be first county to make environmental destruction a crime under ecocide laws proposed by MSP in June. A team of international lawyers drew up a historic definition of ecocide, which they now want to be adopted by the International Criminal Court, ICC. Britain says Taliban should not be recognized as Afghan government. Mexico marks 500 years since Aztec capital's fall with public spectacles, political rancor and hard words for Spain. Video shows thousands of prisoners, reportedly including Islamic State and Al-Qaeda fighters, freed from Kabul jail by the Taliban. Taiwan to donate $500,000 to quake-hit Haiti. Embassy in Kabul instructs U.S. citizens to shelter in place amid reports airport is under fire. Taliban say they have control of Afghan presidential palace. Taliban officials, there will be no transitional government in Afghanistan. Trudeau calls federal election, voters to go to the polls September 20th. Spain launches inquiry after dams drained for profit during drought. The next headlines are from Forbes. The Kansas City Chiefs show a newfound emphasis on the running game. COVID-19 booster shots now approved for immunocompromised, but Fauci, the director, say no third shot for elderly and other groups, yet. FC Barcelona vs Real Sociedad results, reaction and what we learned. Taliban takes control of Afghanistan's presidential palace as U.S. evacuates personnel. 40-year-old Roger Federer to undergo another knee surgery, hopes to return to tour in some shape or form. Shaq vs Snoop, who's winning the endorsement race. Max Scherzer on big trades, loving LA and DC, and becoming a chameleon in World Series pursuit. Will California Governor Newsom stay in office? Democratic turnout in recall election will likely have huge impact, poll finds. Records fall as Diamondbacks rookie Tyler Gilbert throws no-hitter in first major league start. Why the Golden State Warriors shouldn't trade away their kids. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,725,072,051 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. The Sacred Spirit Review. This puckish Spanish debut imagines dark goings-on among UFO believers. She Will Review, a superb, sly horror drama debut delivering otherworldly feminist vengeance. The Cure bassist Simon Gallup says he's leaving the band. U2 frontman Bono makes surprise appearance at Sarajevo Film Festival. Free Guy director Sean Levy on Jodie Comer singing and those surprising crossovers. Box office, Free Guy debuts at number 1 with surprisingly strong $28.4 million. Stephen Amell's Heels is a wrestling drama built for endurance, TV review. Jennifer Coolidge's White Lotus performance is a triumph of big emotion and complex acting. Oscar winner Danis Tanovic on Sarajevo opener Neighborhood Affair, upcoming projects exclusive. India Simon sets extensive action slate, Australia co-production Riley exclusive. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Afghanistan falls to the Taliban again as the U.S.-backed government collapses. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani leaves country as Taliban forces enter Kabul. A global guide for parents, how your kids can have fun without stressing you out. Dear Dad, it's just a pinch. Readers share letters inspired by vaccine hesitancy. Wall Street is paying over $100,000 to junior bankers. For many, that's not enough. Why a hard sell pitch for COVID vaccines won't work in this rural Illinois town. Blackle hives are celebrated in Bishop Butler's extraordinary Technicolor quilts. Taliban fighters enter Kabul as helicopters land at U.S. Embassy. 57 hospitalized after tour bus crashes on NY Thruway. Muhammad Ali's grandson steps into the ring for boxing debut in Tulsa. The following headlines are from the week. Kabul's presidential palace reportedly handed over to Taliban, who are set to declare Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. Cuomo's successor Hochul says it won't be hard for her to end New York's legacy of sleaze. NY director says he'll be surprised if U.S. doesn't hit 200,000 COVID-19 cases per day soon. Blinken explains why he thinks Biden administration was so wrong about speed of Taliban takeover. GOP lawmakers suggest Biden, Trump both bear responsibility for Afghanistan's fate. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani has reportedly left the country. 6 homes for musicians. The pandemic pet boom. Will COVID-19 variants keep getting worse? Will Delta dent the economic recovery? The next headlines are from Universe Today. If the first black holes collapsed directly, could we detect radio signals from those moments? The first images and videos from the double Venus flyby. Matter from light. Physicists create matter and antimatter by colliding just photons. These are the news headlines for today, Sunday, August 15th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Red dwarf planets may be safe from superflares. July 2021, Earth's hottest month on record. Find M4 by the Scorpion's Heart. Moon is by Antares, Scorpion's Heart, August 15th, 16th and 17th. M5, your new favorite globular star cluster. The next news is from Politico. Inflation is up, should you care? Poland sells 1 million coronavirus vaccine doses to Australia. Israel recalls top diplomat from Poland citing anti-Semitic restitution law. Biden administration makes record increase to food stamp benefits. I believed in the U.S., but that turned out to be such a big mistake. Death toll from Haiti earthquake rises to more than 700. Scalise warns shaming won't help boost vaccinations. Hochul pledges to cooperate with New York City mayors. Trudeau launches Canadians into summer election campaign. NY director plays down undocumented migrants spreading COVID. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Australian News Hive, NSW, Victoria COVID-19 cases rise as extra Pfizer jabs touchdown. The virus is at our doorstep. YWA is facing its biggest COVID risk yet. How a landmark UK court case could upend transgender Australian teens' lives. Knee surgery to sideline Federer for many months. Television and radio star Ernie Sigley dies at the age of 82. Scott falls just short of PGA Tour victory after record-tying 6-man playoff. Blood on his hands, Republicans savage Biden after Taliban seizes Kabul. Rugby legend Tao Tekifu in serious condition after violent burglary. ASX set for uncertain start as Wall Street grinds higher. Vocus lands NT submarine gig to enhance infrastructure credentials. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Newswatch, if you're nervous about the stock market at record highs, consider these 5 companies that are loved by the smart money. The moneyest, my husband purchased his mother's $500K home. His siblings called me a gold digger, now he wants to use my inheritance for renovations. The moneyest, I've been married to a serial cheater for 27 years. Does my estranged husband have a claim to my 4 properties? The moneyest, he is waiting for her to die. My unhappily married father wants to stop his wife from inheriting his estate, but he won't get a divorce. FDA says doctors can give an extra COVID-19 dose to some people with weak immune systems. This is the first authorization for a booster shot in the U.S. Market snapshot, crypto is reshaping the world economy, 50 years after Nixon ended the dollar's peg to gold. Here's how some are playing it. Apple's hot antitrust autumn, storm clouds are forming from multiple directions. The conversation, history shows spending on infrastructure doesn't always end well. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. SAMA shares increased 12.22% after hours. Why it happened, Pulse 2.0. Biden executive orders approach to SEP sells out American small businesses and innovators, IPWatchdog.com. Necessity the mother of invention, Business Weekly. Prolific Army inventor links his creativity back 2 days growing up in Antwerp, NNY 360. Non-fungible tokens, a new paradigm for intellectual property assets, Cointelegraph. The next headlines are from Quartz. Vaccine passports have arrived in cities with varying degrees of strictness. Nigeria's hush puppy on screen, Israel in the O, visa-free travel. Ethical consumption cannot be the burden of shoppers alone. Low vaccine rates in Africa are a global security issue. I don't want to risk my life for a paycheck. Immunosuppressed people grapple with returning to work. Weekend brief, everyone loves a climate comeback. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Funniest most insightful comments of the week at TechDirt. This week in TechDirt history, August 8-14th. Rockstar begins a war on modders for GTA games for totally unclear reasons. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Jason Momoa. Wyndham Championship. Travis Barker plane crash. Colts. Gerd Muller. Harry Kane. Elliot Page. Afghanistan. Muhammad Ali. Lebanon. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Lord Miles of Afghanistan, British student gets stuck in Taliban-controlled Kabul, live feeds his adventure in weird country. Taliban spokesman says Afghan war is over, militants convinced foreign forces won't repeat failed experience in Afghanistan. Canada's Trudeau calls snap election for September, seeking majority control of parliament to push through Liberal Party bills. Israeli PM stirs online outrage after saying elderly are in mortal danger if they don't get third COVID-19 vaccine shot. Afghanistan's Ghani claims he resigned to prevent Taliban slaughter in Kabul as blasts reported at palace and abandoned U.S. embassy. Harry Who, sun shines as Tottenham brush aside Kane suitors Manchester City in Premier League opener. Dominic Raab was on holiday as Taliban encircled Afghan capital, reports say, while UK ambassador said to be remaining in Kabul. Sellout traitor, another Lukaku mural defaced as new Chelsea signing pens heartfelt message to fans at former club Inter Milan. Welcome to Los Angeles, mass brawl breaks out in stands as fans erupt in NFL preseason game, video. U.S. Embassy warns Americans in Kabul to take shelter, says airport reportedly under fire amid hasty evacuation of Western missions. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Get your SHT together. Angry American airline customers hit with travel delays due to labor shortage. Why Goldman prefers Ether, JPM turns bullish and more. Key crypto developments in the past week. Escobar, Empire warns Brazil, it's our NATO way or Huawei. At least 22 dead in Lebanon explosion after army confiscates warehouse full of gasoline. Politicians who claim to be serious about stopping COVID better get serious about the border. Goldman, this is the biggest equity, BTD, dynamic of 2021. In lieu of ethics, Democratic assistant whip accused of giving campaign funds to Stanford before admission of his son. Joint Chiefs inform senators terror threat from Afghanistan move up. Morgan Stanley, this is an unusually good moment to borrow money. Death toll in Haiti quake stands at 724, thousands more injured. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Turkey evacuates flood victims as death toll hits 62. Hezbollah and Israel maintain tense peace 15 years after war. Photos, Taliban takes control of Afghan presidential palace. This is not Saigon, Blinken defends U.S. evacuations from Kabul. Afghanistan, mapping the advance of the Taliban. Unpatriotic, Afghan slam President Ghani's swift departure. Why the prevailing doom and gloom view of Russia is wrong. What's next for Lebanon? Kabul residents withdraw money, flee city as Taliban advances. Modi unveils infrastructure plan on India's 75th Independence Day. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Damage control, media highlight Larry David's disinvite from Obama's birthday bash as COVID concerns grow. Obama's law school professor trashes birthday bash, nauseating. Biden owns this, top Senate Armed Services GOP James Inhofe slams Afghanistan disaster. New Jersey's Democrat governor travels to Italy amid state's coronavirus spike. Delling poll, UK police want to trawl gun owner's social media for wrongthink after insult shooting. FNC's Wallace to Pompeo, do you regret giving Taliban legitimacy? Woke General Mark Milley, in July, Afghan security forces have the capacity to defend their country. Vulnerable Democrats blast Biden for failed Afghanistan withdrawal, there's no way to hide it. CBS poll, Gavin Newsom in danger of recall, Larry Elder leads contenders. Report, at least 45 shot Friday into Sunday morning in Chicago. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. In memoriam. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Amaranth, a health trend 8,000 years old that could feed the world. This week's inspiring horoscopes from Rob Bresney's Free Will Astrology. Retired officer engages with scammers to expose their schemes, watch the call. Solar-powered refrigeration trucks will cut pollution from idling diesel engines. Steel Workers Union is helping turn massive abandoned steel mill into producer of wind turbines. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Sunday, August 15th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. North Carolina is child bride destination. Bill would raise the minimum marriage age from 14 to 16. 7-year-old dies from rare brain-eating amoeba tied to California lake. Jean-Claude Van Damme is accidentally involved in the theft of a loot worth €2 million. Millions stolen from health fund spent at adult website. Pineapple juice ruled out as the cause of cow and beet mystery puddle. Billy Crystal got super stoned inside an MRI machine after eating too many wheat gummies, then asked his doctor for Taco Bell. German modern pentathlon coach disqualified for punching a horse. She quit being an intensive care unit nurse to make 6 figures on OnlyFans. Police, toddler picks up gun, fires at Central Florida mother, killing her during Zoom call. Big Mac lover Donald Gorski has officially consumed his 32,000th burger. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Why driving an electric vehicle doesn't make you a good person. This plugin adds amazing audio effects to your music or sound projects for under $30. Learn the most popular project management approaches in this training package. To achieve edgy, we need new perspectives on intelligence. Understand Python and all of its programming power with this $30 training bundle. The Lucy spacecraft, designed to explore the Trojan asteroids of Jupiter, prepares for takeoff. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Sunday, August 15th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Parley's Canyon fire status, blaze is 0% contained but smaller than first estimated, at 619 acres. Parley's Canyon fire forces thousands to evacuate in Summit County. Summit Park, Pinebrook remain under evacuation orders due to Parley's Canyon fire. Residents fleeing Parley's Canyon fire take shelter at Park City High School. Utah reservoirs run out of water, raising concerns about future water availability. Bayou quarterback Darren Hall pulled a play from Zach Wilson's book, Will It Pay Off? Kabul's international airport closes as Afghans fearful of Taliban rule try to leave the country. Utah is ready for its dark sky moment as tourists leave the crowds behind to see the Milky Way. Leonard Pitts, skepticism can make you blind. Utah can lead by moving away from fossil fuels, editorial board writes. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. T-Mobile is investigating an alleged data breach that would affect 100 million users. Fight piracy with a blockchain-based bounty system, suggest Microsoft researchers. Contractor accuses Huawei of stealing technology, pressuring them for a backdoor. The case against working remotely full-time. Debian 11 Bullseye released as stable. Study finds fermented foods may alter your microbiome, reduce inflammation, and improve your health. The worst 5% of power plants produce 73% of their emissions. How data scientists pinpointed the creepiest word in Shakespeare's Macbeth. Ethereum's cryptocurrency will jettison mining for speedier proof of stake. Snopes.com co-founder accused of copying from other sites without attribution. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Nolan Arenado homers in third straight, Cards finish sweep of Royals. Game over, Westerners rush to leave Kabul, rescue Afghans. Former Red Blood, ill mayor pleads guilty for lying to FBI. Missouri reaches 600,000 COVID cases over the weekend. False, conspiracy theory that COVID-19 vaccine spike proteins are cytotoxic debunked by experts. Fenton man drowns in private pond in Washington County, MO. $10 program to will aid Illinois tourism's COVID-19 rebound. New ADA accessible playground opens in Sunset Hills. Man dies in three-vehicle crash on northbound I-55 in Jefferson County. Search stopped for man missing in Mississippi River Saturday. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Tatis Jr. back for Padres in RF, rips 2 hours in return. Some areas of San Diego County see light rainfall. Here are the most and least affordable cities for first-time homebuyers. News now, fiery hit and run along Embarcadero, World War II hero celebrates 100th birthday. Car hits tree off I-5 in deadly crash. Taliban seize Jalalabad, cut off Afghan capital from east. Locals react to deadly Haiti earthquake amid political unrest in country. Bicyclist stabbed by 2 attackers in Logan Heights. Man stabbed during argument over bike in Midway District. Please consider the stakes. Governor Newsom campaigns in San Diego. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Sunday, August 15th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Game over, Westerners rush to leave Kabul, rescue Afghans. August child tax credit payments issued, here's why yours might be delayed. Did the Delta variant make COVID-19 herd immunity impossible? Boy dies from brain-eating amoeba after swim in California lake. Air quality advisory extended through Monday for wildfire smoke. 2 arrested, 4 cars towed after San Jose sideshows. East San Jose Airport switching to unleaded fuel after years of demands. 40th annual escape from Alcatraz triathlon. San Jose police arrest DUI suspect in fatal hit-and-run crash. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. College Football Hall of Fame coach Roger Herring dies at 88. Piqua says Barcelona's veteran players taking salary cuts. The latest, UN urges all in Afghanistan to show restraint. Explainer, why are earthquakes so devastating in Haiti? Polanco sack fly in 9th lifts twins over raise 5-4. Taliban sweep into Afghan capital after government collapses. How dispute over placement of American flags led to death threats in McHenry County Village. Parents rally against school mask mandates in Crystal Lake. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Moving to Seattle, don't make these 13 mistakes. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 10 km, in South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands August 15, 2021, 1634 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Linda 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Fred 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Orange alert for Tropical Cyclone Grace 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone 1621, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.8 m, depth 12.04 km, in Haiti August 15, 2021, 3:20 UTC, 1,430,000 people within 100 kilometers. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. Drought is ongoing in United States. Drought is ongoing in Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania. Drought is ongoing in Chile. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Sunday, August 15th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Scattered downpours expected Sunday evening. Man shoots and kills wife being treated at Southwest Houston Rehab Center before killing himself, HPD says. Afghanistan updates, another 1,000 U.S. troops heading to Kabul, bringing total to 6,000. Grace track shifts farther south, Fred now tropical storm again. Texas Congressman Michael McCall says Biden administration totally blew Afghanistan withdrawal. All hands on deck, governor working with agencies to address flood at state capitol. How to help Haiti, list of organizations accepting donations after deadly earthquake. Federal court set to rule on eviction moratorium this week. Please send help now, Lyndon B. Johnson Hospital staff say they're beyond breaking point. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Ace and efficient, Ellinger shines latest Colts beat Panthers. Swanson homers for third straight game, Braves edge Nats 6-5. Peters hits 2 hours, Allard and skid as Rangers beat A's 7-4. Chisholm homers as Marlins beat reeling Cubs 4-1. India homers as Reds beat Phillies 7-4. Aaron Nato homers in third straight, Cards finish sweep of Royals. Concerns over U.S. terror threats rising as Taliban hold grows. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra, life in a Serbian cave is sounding pretty good right now. NYC tenants can still avoid eviction by applying for state's rental aid program despite SCOTUS ruling. Public defender group say death of Rikers detainee underscores poor conditions at complex. Emerging from pandemic-driven schedule cuts, Staten Island ferry returns to full service. NYC passes 1 million COVID cases. There was no deal, Assembly Speaker defends decision to suspend Cuomo impeachment probe. A new flea market puts Bronx-based vendors in the spotlight. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. From the field, the pollution challenge facing the dragon's jewels of Vietnam. Thailand flexes financial muscle to grapple with climate crisis. 7.2 magnitude earthquake strikes Haiti, UNICEF set to reach children, families with humanitarian aid. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Taliban enters Kabul, Afghan president flees, surrender negotiations underway. Learn about the group taking over Afghanistan. DHS bulletin says opposition to COVID mandates is potential domestic terrorism threat. Taliban seen flying captured military helicopters over Afghanistan. A bill has been introduced in Congress that would ban tens of millions of Americans from flying. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Joe Biden's surrender is an ugly, needless disaster. Chris Wallace confronts Pompeo, do you regret giving Taliban legitimacy? Jake Tapper grills Sec of State Blinken on Afghanistan, how did President Biden get this so wrong? Good luck getting in these pants, I'm never taking them off. Prince Andrew crisis engulfs floundering, silent royal family. Afghan soldier as Kabul crumbles under Taliban, most ridiculous moment of my life. OMG, I want that house, the church house in Saporta, Spain. The one legit get out of jail free card for anti-vaxxers. Crypto's new hero is a MAGA-loving, rookie senator. Was geometry invented by bureaucrats and not a Greek genius? The next headlines are from the New York Post. Giants offense's dismal preseason opener could be latest warning sign. Giants linebacker T.J. Brunson out for season with torn ACL. Videos show mass panic at Kabul airport amid Taliban assault. Chuck Schumer calls for crackdown on phony COVID vaccination cards. Ex-Gov. Patterson says Cuomo told Spitzer to not pick him as lieutenant governor. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. July was the hottest month ever recorded, NOAA says. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Afghanistan's long history of war and strife, timeline. With collapse of Afghan government, 20-year-long U.S. odyssey draws to a close. One dead after Texas party boat capsizes, sending dozens of passengers tumbling into lake, including children. East Harlem Councilwoman Diana Ayala to run for Speaker, sources. Memphis Border Patrol confiscates thousands of fake COVID-19 vaccine cards. 3 killed, 2 wounded in shooting outside San Antonio bar, police say. As COVID surges, health officials renew pleas to get jabbed. Naomi Osaka to donate tournament prize money to Haiti relief after earthquake kills more than 700. Fred strengthens back into tropical storm as it approaches Florida coast. The following headlines are from military.com. Blinken says Kabul embassy evacuation orderly. Judge rejects secret submission in suit over teen's death. They are coming. U.S. diplomats await flights out of Kabul as the Taliban advance and fear spreads in the capital. Taliban enter Kabul, await peaceful transfer of power. Japan marks 76th anniversary of World War II defeat, no Suga apology. Biden sending an extra 1,000 troops to Afghanistan as Taliban forces close in on capital. U.S. warns 9/11 anniversary could inspire extremist attacks. Joint base Anacostia abolishing lockdown until armed man detained. COVID-stricken Oregon deploys National Guard to hospitals. Rush of troops to Kabul tests Biden's withdrawal deadline. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Crowd attends vigil honoring 15-year-old Chicago girl found dead in Oak Park. Melissa should still be here. 47 shot, 5 killed in weekend gun violence through Sunday afternoon. Young girl killed, another injured in Northwest Side shooting. Woman killed, second person injured in Lakeview after being struck in hit and run. After 2020 cancellation, scaled down Bud Billiken Parade returns to Southside for 92nd year, its tradition. Photos, Bud Billiken Parade returns to Southside for 92nd year. Interactive Chickagotlan project marks 500 years since the fall of Tenochtitlan, highlights Aztec history and contributions in the city. One dead, at least 11 wounded as weekend starts in city, police say. Students visit the Field Museum's Ancient Americas exhibit as part of the Chickagotlan project. Chicago officer hospitalized after being dragged by car in Englewood. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Japan braces for more rain after floods, landslides. Singapore zoo breeds first panda cub. Discovering Slovenia's underground labyrinths, one cave at a time. At least 304 dead, 1,800 hurt as powerful quake slams Haiti. High heat, Spain clocks prelim record of 47.2 C, 116.96 F. 7.2 magnitude earthquake hits Haiti, at least 227 killed. Forest Service maxed out as wildfires break across U.S. West. At least 40 killed in severe northern Turkey floods. Global sizzling, July was hottest month on record, NOAA says. Boeing astronaut capsule grounded for months by valve issue. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Sunday, August 15th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Saved by summer snow. How guerrilla gardening can change your city. Honey's eternal shelf life, explained. What is, scientifically, the most annoying sound? Why India experiences a high rate of lightning deaths. NOAA, July was Earth's hottest month ever recorded. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Doug Barron shoots third straight 64 to win in Calgary. Journeyman wide receiver proving a good fit with Titans. Biden team surprised by rapid Taliban gains in Afghanistan. Election officials face complex challenges looking to 2022. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. The latest, Taliban takeover stuns Biden, other U.S. officials. How 49ers coach Kyle Shanahan reviewed preseason opening loss to Chiefs. Solano County crash cleared as lanes on I-80 reopen. A's Sean Mannia's rough August continues in loss to Rangers. Smoky skies expected Monday as smoke from California wildfires descends on Bay Area. Huntington Beach Council recall effort could get messy. Photos, more than 700 dead in 7.2 magnitude Haiti earthquake. Actor suspected of taking part in Capitol riot arrested in Burbank. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. U.S. terror threats rises as Taliban take over Afghanistan. Inside the Beltway, media blasts Biden on Afghanistan. Vicente Gonzalez rips Biden on botched Afghanistan withdrawal. Biden under fire as Afghanistan overrun by Taliban, Ashraf Ghani flees. Diaper chin style if mask wearing doesn't cut it. Liz Cheney, Biden and Trump responsible for catastrophe in Afghanistan. Nancy Pelosi moves to pacify moderate Democrat spending rebellion. McCall, Afghanistan withdrawal will be stain on this president and his presidency. Kathy Hochul conservative lean to draw challenge from left. Mike Lindell election hack. The next headlines are from The Intercept. The fall of Kabul. What happened to Andrew Yang? Laura Ingraham confronts the core problem for capitalists. The most high-profile Al-Qaeda plot foiled after 9/11 was an FBI scam. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Sunday, August 15, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Ryan Reynolds explains the surprise Free Guy cameos, like the only that took only 7 minutes. 2 girls shot, 1 fatally, in Belmont Central. 3 takeaways from Cubs 4-1 loss to the Marlins. Phelan repeatedly stabbed son-in-law, later told daughter he should have finished the victim off, prosecutors. Taliban holding talks for inclusive government, U.S. sending another 1,000 troops to Afghanistan. The straw purchaser who bought the gun used to kill Officer French belongs in prison. Bears coach Matt Notch has the skill players, QB he wants, so now what? New skating rink could help get things rolling at decaying West Side retail strip. Woman killed in hit-and-run in Wrigleyville, police. Cubs activate RF Jason Hayward from injured list. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Shillong violence, curfew clamped, Meghalaya home min quits. Second test, England on top despite Pujara Radhain masterclass. EPL, Sun scores winner as Tottenham stun Man City. Taliban capture Kabul, what lies ahead for Afghanistan? You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Sunday, August 15, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Texans get win in first action of David Culley era. Last night, the Black Rose and Dirty Honey at the Woodlands Pavilion. The next headlines are about world records making news. Paralympian spotted in North Pembrokeshire during world record-breaking attempt, TV-side advertiser. Flug tag in Auckland, could a Kiwi break the world record for flight time, Stuff Co. NZ. Man sets world record for chugging 2-liter bottle of soda in under 20 seconds, Fox News. Dua Lipa sets new Guinness World Record, The News International. Odisha Army officer scripts new Guinness World Record on I-Day, OTV News. Mount Clemens event fails world record attempt for gathering of people dressed as dinosaurs, Fox 2 Detroit. Mario Kart 64 speedrunner quits following rival's controversial world record win, The Gamer. Pakistan sets new world record with 52,000 saplings planted in 60 seconds, Gulf News. Sharon Gator attempts third John O'Groats 2 lands and running record, BBC News. Bobby Fink in closing speed, how his last lap split from 1,500 free measures up to various world records, Swimming World magazine. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Hacker claims to have data on more than 100 million T-Mobile customers, asks for $277,000. War for Wakanda DLC pack explained by Marvel's Avengers game developers. What We Do in the Shadows teases Van Helsing could be Latino. James Gunn explains why Amanda Waller wanted Rick Flag on. Green Lantern director Martin Campbell is full of regret over this film. Twitter backpedals on design changes after users complain of headaches, eye strain. Superman almost appeared in the Suicide Squad movie. The murder hornets are back to terrorize us for another year. Spawn film gets Broken City writer Brian Tucker to pen new script. Emma Stone signs on for Cruella sequel. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Colinas do Tocantins in Brazil at 125.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 52 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 100.84 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 73.8 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. How a game about warps mining in space has helped me weather the pandemic. Strawberry Mansion, a great sci-fi premise with trippy, art house execution. Samsung has its own AI design chip. Soon, others will too. The weekend's best tech deals, AirPods Pro, Jackbox games, and more. Review, Androids is a developer commentary track for the Android 1.0 era. The Pearl Foundation is fragmenting over code of conduct enforcement. Why Perseverance's first Mars drilling test came up empty. A simple software fix could limit location data sharing. It's time for more undead shenanigans with What We Do in the Shadows S3. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Huge mistake, Obama's defense secretary reveals Trump's tragic blunder in Afghanistan. Is that a MAGA hat? Taliban takeover of presidential palace carries big January 6th vibes. Donald Trump Jr. faces backlash for gloating over swift fall of Afghanistan, rooting against America again. He's a dictator, Florida mayors complain Ron DeSantis won't take their phone calls during pandemic. Watch, chaos at Kabul airport as hundreds try to board C-17 cargo plane to flee Afghanistan. Disgraceful Elise Stefanik faces furious backlash after accusing Joe Biden of hiding. NASA slightly improves the odds that asteroid Bennu hits Earth, humanity will be ready regardless. Trump's Taliban negotiation bungling to blame for current chaos, former national security official. Did you actually tweet this? Lauren Boebert's attack on Joe Biden blows up in her face. Taliban enters Kabul as Afghan president flees, 4 essential reads. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. America's first peoples have things to teach us about taming wildfires. Biden says he'll deploy 5,000 troops to Afghanistan for orderly and safe drawdown. Hundreds killed in a 7.2 magnitude earthquake in Haiti, says Civil Protection Agency. Bar rescue host and Laura Ingraham discuss cutting unemployment aid to make workers hungry like an obedient dog. Biden administration promises to help school districts that defy DeSantis mask mandate ban. Big Pharma keeps trying to convince women they need libido drugs. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. NASA wants to use moon rocks as a 3D printing material, PC Mag. What to watch Sunday, a spooky night of documentaries about serial killers, UFOs Raleigh News and Observer. Discovering Slovenia's underground labyrinths, one cave at a time, France 24. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. What is neuroplasticity? Understanding its role in a child's learning journey. Times of India. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. The technological singularity, an end to mortality, interesting engineering. What does it mean to live forever, Aussie? Who are some of the oldest people in the world? Inquirer.net. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Sunday, August 15th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. UFO mania is out of control. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Sunday, August 15th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News.8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News.8. All rights reserved.